Hi there. It's June 9th, day 161 of our Through the Bible in 1 year, in chronological order, not as they are in the Bible printed here. And in chronological order, we're going through the Proverbs that were written by Solomon. He wrote 1 through 24 chapters. The other chapters were written about Solomon, but not by Solomon, right? Even though they were his Proverbs. So this is the last day of Proverbs for a while, except for our morning studies, which we do Proverbs every single day. So let's jump over there, and we will read through the last three chapters, 22 through 24, in the Proverbs of Solomon. And this is all good stuff, too. Every one of these could be their own study in its own. Okay. A good name is to be chosen over great wealth. Favor is better than silver or gold. Got that? Important. The rich and the poor have this in common. The Lord made them both. Right. The sensible person sees danger and takes cover. But the inexperienced keep going and are punished. There you go. The result of humility is fear of the Lord, along with wealth, honor, and life. You got that? Of being humble. Right? The result of being humble is fear of the Lord, along with wealth, honor, and life. That humbleness is the key. There are thorns and snares on the path of the crooked. The one who guards himself stays far from them. Right? Teach a youth about the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. That's a famous verse right there. It's used a lot. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. That involves most of us, unfortunately, yeah? If you got a credit card or a mortgage, you are slave to a lender. Verse 8, the one who sows injustice will reap disaster, and the rod of his fury will be destroyed. A lot of that going on, huh? A generous person will be blessed, for he shares his food with the poor. Got that? Drive out a mocker, and conflict goes too. Then quarreling and dishonor will cease. Yeah, we need to do that, huh? The one who loves a pure heart and gracious lips, the king is his friend. The Lord's eyes keep watch over knowledge, but he overthrows the words of the treacherous. The slacker says, there's a lion outside. I'll be killed in the public square. Yeah, right. The lazy people always have an excuse, don't they? The mouth of the forbidden woman is a deep pit. A man cursed by the Lord will fall into it. Right. Foolishness is tangled up in the heart of a youth. The rod of discipline will drive it away from him. Got that? Discipline your kids with a rod. Oppressing the poor to enrich oneself and giving to the rich both lead only to poverty. Right? Words of the wise. Listen closely, pay attention to the words of the wise, and apply your mind to my knowledge, for it is pleasing if you keep them within you, and if they are constantly on your lips. Okay? Now, I have studied this in depth, and I'm trying to memorize it. Have I memorized it yet? No. I've only read it through 10 or 11 times. But I've instructed you today, even you, so that your confidence may be in the Lord. Haven't I written to you 30 sayings about counsel and knowledge, in order to teach you true and reliable words, so that you may give a dependable report to those who sent you? Keep these constantly on your lips. Okay, I had to pause for a second. 20. Haven't I written up for you 30 sayings about counsel and knowledge, in order to teach you true and reliable words, so that you may give a dependable report to those who sent you? Okay. Verse 22. Don't rob a poor man because he is poor, and don't crush the oppressed at the gate, for the Lord will take up their case and will plunder those who plunder them. Right. Don't make friends with an angry man, and don't be a companion of a hot-tempered man, or you will learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare. I used to be a hot-tempered person. Don't be one of those who enter agreements who put up security for loans. If you have no money to pay, even your bed will be taken from under you. Right? Don't co-sign loans. He was very, very big on not co-signing for somebody else's loan. Okay, 28. Don't move an ancient boundary marker that your father set up. Got it? Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will stand in the presence of kings. He will not stand in the presence of unknown men. Okay, chapter 23. When you sit down to dine with the ruler, consider carefully what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you have a big appetite. Don't desire his choice food, for that food is deceptive. Right. And I did a study on this particular one right here. Should look that up. If somebody offers you, you're in the presence of a dignitary or a king or a queen or somebody, they're putting food before you because they're testing you, okay? They're testing you. If you're gobble it up, they know what kind of person you are. Don't wear yourself out to get rich. Stop giving your attention to it. Got that? As soon as your eyes fly to it, it disappears, for it makes wings for itself and flies like an eagle to the sky. Don't wear yourself out to get rich. Excellent saying. Don't eat a stingy person's bread, and don't desire his choice food, for it's like someone calculating inwardly. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you. You will vomit the little you've eaten and waste your pleasant words. Now, you know how to tell somebody like this? They're always going to tell you how much something costs. That's a $25 steak. Man, it's crazy, these prices. And it's just everything. Okay? Don't do that. 9. Don't speak to a fool, for he will despise the insight of your words. Right. You see these protesters? Just keep walking, okay? Just they're fools. They're going to call you a racist or something worse. Don't move an ancient boundary marker, or don't cross on the fields of the fatherless, for their Redeemer is strong, and he will take up their case against you. Okay? Apply yourself to discipline and listen to words of knowledge. Sound advice. Don't withhold discipline from a youth. If you beat him with a rod, he will not die. Strike him with a rod, and you will rescue his life from Sheol or hell. That discipline your kids. My son, if your heart is wise, my heart will indeed rejoice. My innermost being will cheer when your lips say what is right. Yeah, we all like good kids that say what's right, right? Don't let your heart envy sinners. Instead, always fear the Lord, for then you will have a future and your hope will never fade. Good stuff. Listen, my son, and be wise. Keep your mind on the right course. Don't associate with those who drink too much wine or with those who gorge themselves on meat, for the drunkard and the glutton will become poor, and grogginess will clothe them in rags. Gotcha. Listen to your father who gave you life, and don't despise your mother when she is old. Buy and do not sell truth, wisdom, instruction, and understanding. Okay? The father of a righteous son will rejoice greatly, and one who fathers a wise son will delight in him. Right. Let your father and mother have joy, and let her who gave birth to you rejoice. Good one. My son, give me your heart, and let your eyes observe my ways, for a prostitute is a deep pit, and a stranger is a narrow well. Indeed, she sets an ambush like a robber, and increases those among men who are unfaithful. Hey, now this last part is about alcoholism, the whole thing. Okay? Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has conflicts? Who has complaints? Who has wounds for no reason? Who has red eyes? Those who linger over wine. Those who go looking for mixed wine. Don't gaze at wine because it is red when it gleams in the cup and goes down smoothly. In the end, it bites like a snake and stings like a viper. Your eyes will see strange things, and you will say absurd things. Right? You'll be like someone sleeping out at sea or lying down on top of a ship's mast. They struck me, but I feel no pain. They beat me, but I didn't know it. When will I wake up? I'll look for another drink. Yeah, he's talking about hangovers, okay? Hangovers. Okay, chapter 24. Don't envy evil men or desire to be with them, for their hearts plan violence, and their words stir up trouble. Right. A house is built by wisdom and is established by understanding. By knowledge, the rooms are filled with every precious and beautiful treasure. By knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's how you get rich, okay? A wise warrior is better than a strong one, and a man of knowledge than one of strength. For you should wage war with sound guidance. With victory comes with many counselors. But wisdom is inaccessible to a fool. He does not open his mouth at the gate. The one who plots evil will be called a schemer. A foolish scheme is sin, and a mocker is detestable to people. Right. If you do nothing in a difficult time, your strength is limited. Rescue those being taken off to death and save those stumbling towards slaughter. If you say, but we didn't know about this, won't he who weighs hearts consider it? Won't he who protects your life know? Won't he repay a person according to his work? Rhetorical questions, right? Eat honey, my son, for it is good, and the honeycomb sweet to your palate. Realize that wisdom is the same for you. If you find it, you will have a future, and your hope will never fade. Okay? Wicked man, don't set an ambush at the camp of a righteous man, and don't destroy his dwelling. Though a righteous man falls 7 times, he will get up. We know somebody like that, right? But the wicked will stumble into ruin. Mm-hmm. Don't gloat when your enemy falls, and don't let your heart rejoice when he stumbles, or the Lord will be displeased and turn his wrath away from you. Now that's important. Don't gloat when your enemy falls. Don't be agitated by evildoers, and don't envy the wicked, for the evil have no future. The lamp of the wicked will be put out. Right. My son, fear the Lord as well as the king, and don't associate with rebels, for destruction from them will come suddenly. Who knows what distress these two can bring? Right. These are also sayings of the wise. Right? I don't know if that was 30. I didn't count. It's not good to show partiality in judgment. Whoever says to the guilty, you are innocent, people will curse him, and the tribes will denounce him. But it will go well with those who convict the guilty, and a generous blessing will come to them. Not that. He who gives an honest answer gives a kiss on the lips. Complete your outdoor work and prepare your field. Afterward, build your house. Right. Prepare the ground first. Don't testify against your neighbor without cause. Don't deceive with your lips. Don't say, I'll do to him what he did to me. I'll repay the man for what he has done. Don't ever get even. All right? I went by the field of a slacker, and by the vineyard of a man lacking sense. Thistles had come up everywhere. Weeds covered the ground, and the stone wall was ruined. I saw it and took heart. I looked and received instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the arms to rest, and your poverty will come like a robber, your need like a bandit. Well, there you have it. That is Solomon's Proverbs as part of it. Tomorrow we'll be going into 1 Kings, I believe. Starts 5 and 6. Hiram, king of Tyre, sent a servant to Solomon. Yeah. Still studying Solomon. So there you have it. That's day 161. And we're finished with Proverbs. So at some point they'll put the last 5 or 6 chapters in there. But they weren't actually written by Solomon. And we're chronologically, through history, we are in Solomon's reign right now. So that's why we're just studying Solomon's reign. So there you have it. Give us a like if you think about it. Catch up on any of these you may have missed. You want to say you did the whole Bible in a year. Okay? And most of them are only 15 minutes or so it's easy to catch up. So give us a like if you think about it. Until tomorrow, we'll do it again. See ya.